Hey guys, Carter here with Patriot Training Center. Today I want to talk to you about how to build a consistent grip from the holster every single time you shoot. So it's one thing to be able to draw really fast out of the holster. It's another thing to be able to draw really fast out of the holster and consistently get your hits. The biggest player in that is being able to have a consistent grip from the holster every single time. Here's a couple tips that I use to help you with that. Number one, having a good holster. This is the big one. So I've got a KSG Lexington holster. This is for a Glock 19, Glock 19X. The ride height is adjustable. Ride height basically just means where the holster rides relative to your belt line. This one is perfect for me, and I can get a full firing grip on the gun without ever moving anything. It also stays in place, so it's not canted to one side and I don't always have to adjust it. This thing is locked into place. It's locked onto my belt. The holster is awesome. That is the biggest one that you can actually buy the skill to help you draw consistently and fast. If you have a bad holster, it's really hard to do this consistently. The first skill that I work on is go ahead and clear that cover garment out of the way. So I draw from concealment. I very rarely run any open rig stuff. So I'm gonna draw from concealment. Even when I go shoot competitions, I'm drawing from concealment because that's the way I carry a gun. That is my duty, is concealed carry. So I'm not gonna draw out of a duty rig. But what I need to do is I need to clear the cover garment out of the way. So I'm going to pull this thing high and tight out of my way. Now with this hand, I'm going to establish the master grip. The master grip stays the same the whole time that I'm holding the gun. So I am going to establish that master grip, just like that. So the other thing that you can do is you can go ahead and wrap your thumb around and come behind the gun. I find that I'm a little bit more consistent if I start by just indexing finger gun, just like this. Just like this. So this is count one for me. Cool thing about that, you never even have to draw the gun and you can work on this skill. You could go just like that. Anchoring that skill is gonna help you a ton get that very consistent grip, okay? The next for me is index point. So that, for me, like I said, my thumb rides on top of the gun. Top of the rear sight, just like that. If that needs to be, you're indexing down and building that grip behind the gun, that's fine. That's probably preferred. I've just found for me, I'm a little bit quicker and I'm a little bit more consistent for me if I go over the top, just like that. But Jeff, our head instructor, who's a phenomenal shooter, he goes all the way back behind the gun. So it's personal preference. Just make sure if you're gonna do this route that you do get that thumb over as soon as you draw. So after I come out of the holster, my thumb just moves just barely to the right spot. So getting that count one and that index point helps a lot to get everything consistent. The next thing I wanna do is set yourself up for success while you're shooting. The way I do that is by loading my grip properly. So what I mean by that is when I'm here, my grip pressure is already locked in for what I will be shooting like. So when I'm gripping the gun, I'm gripping it with the same force and the same grip pressure as I would when I'm out here. I start that in the holster. So I clear my cover garment, I find that index, I build that grip, and I have the grip pressure loaded like I would be shooting, all right? So the next step is leaving a spot for your support hand that's indexable and easy to load your support hand into your grip. So there's a lot of debate whether you should shoot thumbs forward or thumbs high. Either one is okay as long as your support hand is making ample contact with the gun. A lot of people who say that they shoot thumbs forward take this thumb right here and shoot right here, and then their support hand just comes over on top of it. Well, as you can see, your support hand is not making any contact with the frame of the pistol, which there's going to be a little bit more recoil control that you can have by simply pulling your thumb out of the way and putting pressure with your support hand. You have a lot more connection to the gun that way. So you can do that with thumbs forward just like this, but you just need to make sure that your support hand has enough room to make connection with the pistol. I personally just like to go thumbs high. So step one is clear that cover garment, index, load that grip. Now I'm finding that support hand, making connection to the gun, going to my eye target line and pressing it out. I rep that over and over. I break it down in steps and then I go one fluid motion. If I'm having issues with not being consistent, I'll break it back down into steps and see where I'm going wrong. One way you could do that is by filming yourself. So you can dry fire, take all the ammunition out of the room, unload your gun, film yourself drawing, and you can start to diagnose what you're doing wrong, seeing if you have any inefficient movements, or if you're not doing something consistently, break that down into steps, see where it's going wrong. So the big thing here is the consistency. Like I said, this is crucial when you're running a red dot. Having a draw stroke and consistently having that grip locked in the way you want it will help build your index for a fast draw stroke and a repeatable one. With a red dot, that's crucial because you need to find that dot. A lot of people have problems finding their red dot, and it's index and your draw stroke that would help with that. So consistent, repeatable every single time. Practice that in dry fire. We have a 30-day dry fire program in the description below. Go click that link and we'll catch you guys in the next one.